Hi, everybody. It is Friday, July 21st. We're about halfway through the tour at this point. We just finished kind of a hellacious, like a 13-hour bus trip from uh, Edmonton, Canada. We are now down in Missoula, Montana. And we play tomorrow night, then off to Billings, I believe, the next day. And then we start an 1,800-mile drive to Ohio. So, for all the people that believe in the glamour of touring, this is the part that is not. Being on stage is glamour. It's exciting, it's thrilling, it's satisfying. This is the hard part. I haven't been to sleep yet. I was anxious about going through Canadian into America again because of not having my passport, which it's just been crazy with that, but got through okay. The California driver's license, the new kind of special one, which I got, worked as my ID, so it was cool to do that. But I'm gonna go out for a long walk now. It's 20 minutes to 2 in the afternoon now, and I'm certainly not going to go to sleep. So I'm going to go out for a long walk and just stretch my weary bones and muscles and everything. And then I'll get some sleep tonight before we start up again tomorrow, because today is a day off. But I thought I'd throw a piece of music out there just to keep this going. I love it. I'm going to visit an artist and an album that I was part of. I'll get that information right here. The artist is Luis Miguel, and the album was just 33. It's just 33 is the title of it. I worked on this back in 2003, but I'm going to read just a touch about his history, but it's one of the longest bios I've seen. So if you're interested, just look it up because he's like huge. I mean, a huge artist. So Luis Miguel Basteri was born in 1970 as a Puerto Rican. It says he is a Puerto Rican-born Mexican singer. Both parents of Spanish and Italian descent. He is often referred to as El Sol de Mexico, the son of Mexico, derived from the nickname his mother gave him as a child, Mi Sol, my son. Luis Miguel has sung in multiple genres and styles, including pop songs, ballads, boleros, tangos, jazz, big band, and mariachi. Luis Miguel is also recognized as the only Latin singer of his generation not to cross over to the Anglo market during the Latin explosion of the 1990s. Despite recording only in Spanish, Luis Miguel continued to be the best-selling Latin artist of the 1990s and was credited for popularizing the bolero genre within the mainstream market. He has sold over 60 million albums worldwide, making him one of the best-selling Latin music artists. It's a little more information here. Latin pop music, along with his personal life and showmanship on stage, has made Luis Miguel popular for nearly his entire career, which started in Mexico in 1981, having won his first Grammy at age 14 with his duet with Sheena Easton. He is the youngest male artist in music history to have received this accolade. In 1991, the RIAA recognized the success of his 1991 album Romance as one of the best-selling Spanish-language albums of all time. He was the first Latino artist to earn two platinum certifications for Spanish-language albums in the United States for Romance and Segundo Romance, the latter earning him 35 platinum records throughout Central and South America. He is also recognized by Billboard as the artist with the most top 10 hits on Billboard's Hot Latin charts. His album Complice was released in 2008, peaking at number 10 on the mainstream Billboard 200. But it goes on. I mean, I'm looking down this, and it talks about his entire career, international superstardom. I mean, all kinds of stuff. His personal life, So if you're interested in this, and it's well worth reading. I mean, for this guy, it's a remarkable career. So this was the album 33, and the track that I did with him. Let me find this here. Just 1 second. Here we are. It's called Tristeza. And the band on this one is, and this breaks my heart, the acoustic guitar on this is Ramon Stagnaro, who tragically passed away from COVID. I did like the Latin Grammys with Ramon and a number of album projects, and he was a fabulous, fabulous guitarist. We were working on some stuff with Judith Owen towards the end with him on a project. So it breaks my heart to see Ramon's name on there, knowing that he's no longer with us. Michel Colombier did the string arrangements, and the arrangement itself was by Francisco Loyo. It's myself on bass, John Robinson Jr. on drums, Mike Landau and Tim Pierce on guitar, Randy Kerber on piano, Tom Eros on percussion, and the concertmaster on this is Ralph Morrison. So I'm going to go ahead and play this track for you. I hope this is not too loud. I had the air conditioning shut off and it's come back on, so you might have this going on here. I'll make the music a little bit louder for us here. So here we go.
Qué tristeza, vivimos tanto tiempo en el mismo techo, hablamos diariamente el mismo idioma, sin darnos cuenta que jamás nos entendimos. Qué tristeza, todo nuestro amor se haya perdido, pues no dejamos nada construido. Por lo contrario, terminamos ofendidos. Qué tristeza, si un día nuestras bocas se buscaron y nuestros cuerpos se necesitaron, pues todo era resultado de un deseo. Qué tristeza, agotamos todas las conversaciones sin lograr salvar algunas ilusiones. Qué tristeza, que lo nuestro terminó. Qué tristeza, que lo nuestro terminó.
Luis Miguel, the album is 33. And really great voice. It was really fun in the studio with him. I also want to say thank you to all of the great folks that showed up to the 3 shows we did up in Canada. They were really fun shows. Audiences were just great up there, and we really had a good time. Really appreciate everything that was well taken care of while we were there. And my only stress was the whole passport debacle, but that was all my fault. But it all worked out okay, thank God goodness on that one. So I'm going to go out for a walkout. Also, I absolutely need to say I'm so sad at the passing of Tony Bennett. It's incredible. He's almost 97 years old, and I know that dementia had been setting in on him. So I'm glad that at least he was able to move on before things were, got too terrible. And apparently it was just a comfortable ending for him with his family. Because I saw his show at the Hollywood Bowl with Lady Gaga, and he was incredible. And it wasn't that long ago, and he was on stage nailing it out there. Just his still one of my all-time favorite singers, and just one of those people that you just go, what a great guy. Who just had that vibe about him, that energy. So he's left one hell of a legacy behind for generations to enjoy for years to come. But again, it's always sad when they do pass. So my heart's with his family at this point. But thank you, Tony, for an amazing career. And so I'm going to go out for a walk now. I'm going to just get some air and stretch and get some blood flowing here, because that bunk does get tedious after a while. You can get out and climb, sit in the lounge in front, but that gets old real quick. For all the people that dream about, I want to do what you do, I'll tell you, being on stage doing these shows is the greatest thing in the world. The process of getting there isn't the greatest thing. It can just drive you nuts. So, but it's a great bunch of people. I mean, we all get along great, so it's cool. And our driver Emery is wonderful. He takes good care of the driving for us, so we're never wondering if anything's going wrong, because it's a lot of hours behind the wheel. They brought in a second driver who was splitting his time with the other 2 drivers, with Sean and Al, because it's arduous out here. So we will be playing tomorrow here in Montana, and my favorite part of the whole thing is I get to see my sister and my brother-in-law tomorrow night. They're coming to the show, and I haven't seen Debbie and David in way too long. So it's going to be really thrilling to have them at the show tomorrow night and spend a little time visiting with them. So that's that for now. I'm going to hit the streets right now, and I will see you tomorrow with a video of wherever we're playing, which I have no clue. So it'll be a mystery for me as well as you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.